Hello and welcome. So I'm going to attempt the Times Cryptic crossword, and this is the main 15 by 15, and it's being published on Friday the 30th of May 2025. Now I wouldn't normally attempt a Friday puzzle because they're normally very difficult, but this is a special one because, as it says up in the corner here, not put it on screen, it says this is the last Times Cryptic compiled by the late Richard Rogan. So as I talked about in my Wednesday quick cryptic solve, which was the last quick cryptic from Richard Rogan under the guise of Felix. Richard was the crossword editor for the Times until about this time last year, and then sadly he died in his early 60s from a heart attack, I think it was. So this is, we've had a littering of puzzles since then with it from him, and this is the final one. So I thought I'd give it a go, see how I go. I think being a Friday, it's going to be difficult. I always found him very difficult. I found him quite difficult doing quick cryptics, albeit I only took 7 minutes 40 on Wednesday, which is my fastest ever for any of his puzzles. But I'm not sure it'll be that easy on this. Anyway, I've talked enough. I'm going to reset the timer. Oh, not that. That's not the reset time button. This is the reset time button. And I'm going to crack on. Groom at function stops one fighting. Force pig out and wipe floor with cloth. Well, flash. Wipe floor. Flash. No. Face cloth. Force is an F or a G. Pig out. Not sure, maybe a G there. Not sure. Force or N for Newton. Problem in musical involving doctor's instrument. Problem could be some kind of problem is a sum. Hair. Scalpel. What would scalpel get me? How would that be a problem? Scalpel. Doctor's instrument. Musical. Can't see what that would be. What hair get me? Hair. Don't know. Right. Pressurized bitter king say to live with queen. Pressurized. Bitter king. Bitter is a B or an ale. I would have thought bitter. Is it B? Not sure about that actually. King. Ale. King. E.g. King say peace to live with queen. I don't know. Old. Pressurized. No. Putting new handle on a fine vase. Maybe after chip initially noted. Putting new handle on a fine vase. Well, fine is V. AF. Handle on a fine vase maybe would be an urn. After chip initially noted. Gosh, there's lots going on here. After chip. Don't know. None were in a hurry to see this bought. That's surely put an O into a word for a hurry. Aiden is the one. Aiden and Rio, but I can't see why that would. None isn't naught though, is it? That could be naught, yeah. Naught. Port. Nope. Okay. Papers over the cracks, finally, in case of protests. Well, this process is PS. Oh, sorry. Papers are over the cracks. Press. Papers, press. Okay, gosh. So over the cracks, final letters going into PS. Wow. Reason to corner rodent. Something to do with the rationale. I don't know why that'd be a rationale though. Rodent would be a rat. To corner, ion ale. Can't see that well. Two, and then I now. Rat. There's no anagram indicator though, so angle would be a corner. Angle. Ingle. Rodent. Can't think of one. Conviction for smuggling when found with head of Rodin sculpture. So around it, head of Rodin being R, I think. Conviction for smuggling when found with. Is that an AS? AS for as. ASR though. Doesn't really work, does it? When found. Date of exit. It's not due date. I assume it's something to do with your death. Date of exit. I can't think what it's your. trying to think what would be on a death certificate. Date of exit. 2 and 3, no. On. No. Can't see what that is either. Okay, putting hotel on this island on reflection would be capital. Okay, I mean that seems like this island, hotel on. So I think that's an H at the end. Capital, oh, can't be Oslo's the four-letter capital I'm thinking of. I can't think of this island here, island. No, not going on. There is a hideous new and expensive metal chairs. Well, metal chairs on what? Hideous new and expensive. No. Figure small one in blazer. As a jacket, as a blazer. A blazer could be something to do with fires though. Probably more likely to be fires. Physio? Fire. Yeah, fire. Small one. Figure. No, it can't see that. Office work that's attractive with time off time off later. Office work. That's attractive with time off later. Perennial coming together of solver historically and setter. You and me, I suppose. Unite. Coming together of solver historically and setter. So that's really going to be an ME for setter, or is it an I? Perennial coming together. We, solver, you, me and you, me. Don't know. Means to end abuse of power. Need exit. No, nothing going on there either. Right, that hasn't gone well. One clue, and that was pretty struggly. Spice combined with meat taken from sink. Spice combined. I mean, I think spice is probably meaning something a bit spicy, as in I don't know. I can't think of a salsa. Combined with meat taken from sink. Don't know. Wonder how far one might go to keep up his state. I'll put deceased there, but wonder how far one might go to keep up his state. Nope. Wonder, imagine. What about imagine? Imagine would be to wonder. Enigma. Keep up estate. Don't know how that would work either. Right. Rebuked. I'd not trembling with shame. I'd nod, trembling with shame. Okay, it looks like it should be an anagram of I'd nod, and then a word for shame, probably rebuked. And it could even be an anagram. I've only got one S. Dear. I thought it was an ED word, really. Seed. S-I-E-D. Side. Rebuked is stead. I'm going to leave that ED there, but I don't know. Apprehension as the Marines do it. Apprehension. Royal Marines are RMs. Apprehension is fear and dread. Why would that be dread? Mimicry becoming fashionable. Something hip. Mimicry. Something hip or modern day. No, can't see it there. I've got an F theory, but I don't know that F is very right. That's false on it. So it could be G or an N. Palm raised. Ace admitted to blunders. Ace is an A, I think. Nope. Find uniform tight and ticklish on the outside. Ticklish on the outside suggests it's got to be TH, doesn't it? So to find uniform tight would be youth uniform. Is that going to be youth uniform with a word for tight? Unearth, I think that is. Near, yeah. Tight, near. Okay, unearth. Yes, got one from a biff. Well, partial biff. Dictators engaged in chivalrous combat for several days. Dictators engaged. I don't know what that is. In chivalrous combat for several days. Not sure what that is. Grandmama is so taken with niece, ultimately. Well, you'd think that's niece ultimately would be an E on the end. Grandmama would be a grandparent. Grandmama. There's not many words that would fit in there. Which makes me think it isn't really niece ultimately being an E, but... Local. That's surely a pub, isn't it? Publet. To retain. Okay, publet. Second agent. For promotions. Pub. Local, surely pub. Allowed is let. Pub. Second agent is pubs. Publish. I know, public. Okay. Public. Published. Published would be I head. That doesn't really work, does it? Local's the pub. Allowed. Promotions are. Don't know what promotions are. If they're not public, I don't know. Let's go there anyway. Pub. Put that in. Primary objective involves appeal to act independently. Oh, objective. End involves appeal. Primary. One on. Need to put an E somewhere for primary. One. Objective is an end. On involves appeal to act independently. On one's own. On. Hospital doctors beginning career as bloodsucker. Hospital doctors beginning career. It's kind of leech, isn't it? So leech would be bloodsucker vampire. Would that be a vampire? Hospital beginning career. I can't see why that would be a vampire or a leech either. Either of those possibilities, really. And that's my list of bloodsuckers, really. I don't know, what else can I think of? Oh, opening in Oregon. Okay, that's no. Assuming to finish off there. Opening in Oregon. Right. Exercise to postpone retirement. Put off. Put. Pet. PE is exercise, isn't it? To train. put office to postpone, but it doesn't work. Retirement is to go. So get up. Why would that be get up? Postpone retirement would be to. So I'm thinking maybe it's something to do with staying up, not going to bed. Exercise would be to. I think it's an up though. I'm going to go with an up in there. Joint concert on the books. Books might be the NT or the OT. Instructions for cutting cheese. Instructions for cutting cheese. No idea. So there we go. That has gone particularly badly, I'd say. Just two clues. But I did say it was a Friday puzzle. I did say it'd be hard. Two clues plus maybe a pub, an on, and an up. So let's see what we can get. So that's taken me 15 minutes just to go through the clues. Groom at function stops one fighting. Groom function halts. Force pig out. Runt. Grunt. Runt. White floor with cloth. Don't see that's grunting though, is it? Mop. Problem is always some, but it's in quotes, isn't it? Problem in musical. So we've got hair, some. Yeah, that'll work. Problem in musical involving doctor's instrument. Unless that's scal for musical. Scalpel. Where's my pel coming from? Scalpel could be the. It can't be the end of musical, can it? Because there's an I in there. And we as well. Pressurised with bitter king, say, to live with queen. I think that's real. Can't be real, eh? L. I was going to say some kind of beer. B. Yeah, live is to be, and queen is er. Pressurised bitter would be reg beer. Keg beer. There we go. Keg beer. Got one at last. Or say no. Got one. I've got another one. Palm raised. Ace admitted to plunder as well. If that was an A for ace. Blunders. Something A S doesn't seem likely, does it? Okay, what's this K doing me? Mimicry becoming fashionable. Monkey business? No. Monkey, no. What's this R down here? None were in a hurry. Okay, so let's put an O there for none. See this port. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Troy? Try. Trying to be a hurry? Don't think so. Dictators engaged in chivalrous combat for several days. Dictator, so that's not Idi Amin, isn't it? Idi or Armin. Engaged in chivalrous combat, which is jousting. Chivalrous combat for several days. Several days is a fortnight, isn't it? Okay, so is that a fortnight? I think it is, isn't it? Must be fortnight. Why is that? Why is that a fortnight? I mean, obviously a fortnight is several days. Nights are... Okay, so dictators just saying it sound like. And fought. Knights who fought. None were in a hurry. Run? Oh, ran? Oh, run? Aaron, Aran. I'll leave that for a minute. Have a look at this one. Bluff, cloth, scuff, white floor with cloth. False pig, fluff, pig out. So if you pig out with food, you are stuffing, stuff. Is that a triple definition of stuff? Stuff is to force, stuff is to pig out. A white floor with cloth would be to stuff. Can't see that. But that I think is my A, doesn't it? S, sorry. Palm raised. I'm going to leave that there, see what comes along here. Recent, because that's a hog of some sort. Corner is to hog. Reason. The only hog I can think of was a hedgehog. I don't think it's going to be that. That's an out. I would think. I don't know actually. Date of exit. Check out. No out. Oh, it doesn't have to be an O there. I just put an O there because of opening in Oregon. I think that's O-ran. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to come up with anything better. Horse, pig out. Pig is a hog. A sow. White floor with cloth. Just a sweep, but that doesn't really fit. Scuff. Okay, let's go back down here. Getting a pub. What's this one? Conviction for smuggling when found with head of Rodin sculpture. The thinker is the Rodin thinker. Thinker. That doesn't really work. Is Rodin the thinker? Fairly sure. If it was the thinker, which doesn't fit obviously. Thinker. Just double check it doesn't fit. But maybe it's some wordplay that I can't see the. So that's an E. Hostile doctors beginning career as bloodsucker. This local allowed to for promotions. Apprehension as the Marines do it. No idea. It's red, but why that be as the... Why would that being red? I don't know what it is. Let's take those out, but leave the letters there as a... at function stops one fighting. So I would have thought as one fighting would be an ER or something, wouldn't it? Mimicry. Becoming fashionable. So I'd nod. I did think it was going to be an anagram. May still be an anagram. I don't know. This one putting hotel on this island. Is this island the UK? Don't think so. On reflection. Would be capital. I can't think of any capitals. Begin or H, end in H, which I've only got 4 letters. Reason to call it. Reason is ration hog. Reason. Logic. I don't know any other hogs really. Warthog. warthog and a hedgehog's about the only two I can think of, really. Um, groom. Assuming to finish off over there, off there. Opening. Oregon. Assuming to finish off. Be an F. There would be. Don't know. What's this one doing? Got some letters maybe. Means to end abuse of power. Need exit. Means. As it. Primary. As it. Don't know. As if. It could be appeal. Instructions for cutting cheese. I mean, cutting cheese might be a type of cheese. Brie, cheddar. I'm going to have a little swig of tea, excuse me. I don't know what instructions are really. Those cheese are not great. Instructions for cheese aren't good. Agreement function, not that one. We'll get there again. Perennial coming together. Of solver historically. And setter. So that's thou, isn't it? Thou I. Or something. You. Is thou. Is thou. Or ye. Solver historically is thou, alright. And setter must be I then, mustn't it? But that doesn't really work. Yon me, neon. Oh. Maybe pub is fitting in there, I don't know. Pub. At least that would fit. Let, thou, but I don't know what that would be. Aristotle. Etc. isn't going to be a dog, is it? Figure, small one in blazer. Conviction for smuggling when found with head of Rodin sculpture. I think I probably the name of a sculpture, but I don't know what it would be if it isn't. The thinker, which it obviously isn't. Conviction. Smuggling when. So yeah, word for conviction with a word for when in it, which is probably ass. Bas relief, isn't it? Wow. Okay, just got one there finally. Pub. Okay, pub works. Hospital doctors beginning career as bloodsucker. I still don't want to do this pub. Pub. let to retain second agent, publisher, publishes, agent she, publisher, so Iona, putting on this island on reflection. Must be an off, mustn't it? Becoming fashionable, mimicry, taking off. Yeah, taking off. They are. Now that I'm getting towards I've had enough of this time. I'm beginning to get some. It's always the way with these. As it were, as it. Primary objective involves appeal. Appeal would be in it, wouldn't it? On it. On its own. On groundhog, I suppose that might be. Reason. Ground, yeah. Groundhog. Go it alone, I suppose. Suddenly, boom, here we go. Now that I've started thinking I've had enough of this. Means to end abuse of power. Espresso. Means. Ends. Abuse of power could be an anagram, couldn't it? I suppose. Need exit. Expiry. Any reason to put an X there? Not really. Oh, got rid of that. R. Perennial coming together is solver historically and setter. Setter being RR could be instructions cutting cheese. More cheese, great. I don't know if that's publishing that, do I? I've just taken that out thinking, well, okay, let's just have a play for a second. Bas relief, and then we'll look at this one then. Hospital, doctor, so that's a San. Beginning career, sank. That's a bloodsucker. Satanic. San. Doctor's tea. Bloodsucker. Satanic. San. Mosque. I think it's Iona, but I don't know why that would be Iona. Putting hotel on this would be capital. So you've got Iona as a name of a island, put an H on it, becomes Hanoi. Yeah, Iona then it becomes Hanoi with an H on it. Wow. Okay, so that must be publish. I don't understand. Publicit promotions. Public. Oh, agent for promotions is a publisher, I suppose. Is that right? Publisher. So L-I-H-E-R. Why'd that be? Allowed. Licit. Publicity. Is that right? Licit is publicist. Got there eventually. Publicist. Wow. I'm not doing well. So okay, that must be SAN then, mustn't it, for a hospital? Doctor can only be MO, MB, GP. Trying to write it in the right place, please. GP, MO, MB, unless it's trying to do an anagram. Don't think so. Sand, MO, MB, DR, Sandra, Sandrick, Sand. What's the beginning career? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that puts me back to being thou, doesn't it, really? But I don't know quite what's going on there. Figure. Something like this. Indigo or something. Small one. In blazer. In blazer. Oh. I mean, I've actually got quite a lot done in that last 4 minutes or 5 minutes, but it's it's amazing how much having checking letters makes a difference to these puzzles. I'll look at some exercise to postpone retirement. Things run up. Hideous new and expensive metal chairs. Metal chairs is too many letters. Expensive, hideous. So new, N or An, Dan. I've got an N there from Groundhog. Grandmama is so taken with niece. Ultimately. Date of exit. Excuse me, I'm going to have another swig of tea. Okay, just thinking. I was thinking maybe if I put the C in there, it might trigger something. But now I'm thinking actually, theme. The is maybe solver. But I still don't know what to do with this setter. If that's the E, sand, might, sand. You get a sandfly. What would that be a sandfly though? Ah, thy. Time. Ah, perennial coming together. Time, I think. Sandfly, I think that is. Sandflies suck blood. White Doctor's beginning career. That'll be Inferno, won't it? A blazer. Inferno will be a blazer. I'm going to go with cheese being brief. Brie. Oh, instructions are your brief, which gives you cheese. Yeah, okay. Sandfly. Sand is that. Doctor's beginning is D. Oh, and career is to fly. Okay, yeah. Inferno. Figure small one. No. If you figure something out, you infer it, and then small one, I think, is no for a small number. Gives you inferno. I think is how that works. Gosh, wow. Okay, 37 minutes. I'm now feeling like I have to really keep going on this. I'm going to give myself beginning to. That can be an ED, can't it now? What public shed? Shed, I think. I'd nod. Demolished. Rebuked. Can't be demolished, can it? Can be something like that. Right, let's see what I've got for letters in that. Ugh, shame. I'd nod. Get rid of E, D, S, H. Leaves me M, A, I, D, N, O. Admonished. There you are, admonished. Okay, if I'd written that down earlier, maybe I'd have got somewhere. Problem in musical. I think that's got to be some, isn't it, then, really? Some is a problem. Musical. What musicals do I know? Hair's about the only four left one I can. Musical involving Doctor's instrument. Evita, clearly not going to fit. Annie, Oliver, hair, obviously. I mean, if that was hair, Hasumir, I don't know, maybe that exists as a thing. Let's see if that gets me anywhere. Spice combined with meat taken from sink. Spice consumed with meat. No, this one here. Putting new handle on a fine vase. Oh gosh. After chip initially noted. My brain's just gone on that one. If that's the sum though, wonder how far one might go to keep up his state. So I'm going to anagram of his state. Wonder how far one might go. Last test state. I think that's probably test state. I think. I'm not quite sure what the wonder is, but I think it's probably test state because if you die in test state, it means you haven't got a will, and therefore your estate would go to whoever. Groom at function stops. One halting. Combatant. Combatant would fit actually. Okay, let's see if that would work. Combatant. Why would that be combatant? Groom is to comb. At function ant stops. Function stops. I'm going to go with that being combatant though, because I think comb at and then function being ant. I don't know what function that can be. Tangents, radians, cosines don't fit. This one, apprehension, as the Marines do it. Arm. Oh, there's an SUM there as well, another M. As the Marines do it. I think a combatant has to be one who's fighting. What stop? Function stops. I think that just means take the last letter off of function at ant. Don't know. So what's this over here? C8, C. Taken from sink. Combined. Spice. Cumin. Might that be cumin? If it's a spice called cumin. Oh god, look, I've got another. Okay, loads of M's on this now. So what musicals do I know? Mass. Madame Butterfly. This would be something like Neanderthal. Not Neanderthal. Putting new handle. New. That can't be test state, though, can it? If that's the case. That doesn't have to be some there at all now. I wonder how far one might go to keep up state. Wonder might be my. Don't think so though. I feel less now. I've put combatant and human in there, even though I've got no meat taken from zinc. I don't even know why I've put that. Other than cumin as a spice that begins with C. And to be fair, I've been able to, just for everything else, I've been able to actually work out what's going on, I think. So maybe that isn't cumin at all. What this would be, wonder how far one might go to keep up a state. As the Marines do it, would be as the Marines do it at sea. That could be an ing word, couldn't it? New handle on a fine vase. F earn. Let's take that out from that. Cumin. I don't know about that. Fern. Muster. Mash. go to keep up his state. Put new handle on a fine burst netting. If that's an A, then what this is combined with meat. This one, office work that's attractive with time off later. What's this? Means to end abuse of power. Need exit. Means are either it could be end of abuse, could be an E. Of power would be an need exit would be a go, wouldn't it? Go or leave. Joint concert on the books. The books might be NT or OT. Joint would be hip, knee, shoulder, elbow. Is it a drug joint or is it a body joint? Don't know. I think I've probably hit the point where I'm a bit tired now. 45 minutes, I think that's probably long enough on this. Okay, let's check, see what I got right. Okay, oh gosh, NT, that must be OT probably. And that was wrong. And that was wrong. I'm going to put my cumin back in there. Oh, not in there. In there. Let's see where I'm at. Check. Yeah, cumin was right. Don't know why yet. I'll figure that out. Did I say that was stuff? I thought it was stuff. I don't think it is, but let's see. Yeah, stuff. So what is this? Palm. Raised. A submitted. A submitted to blunders. Is that sage? Don't know. That's the word I can think of. Don't think it is, but sag. Blunders are something A-S. There's not many things will fit there. Palm. Sags? A bit, no. So what was this? This is problem in musical involving doctor's instrument. Musical problem, is that just minimus? That's just a hidden word, isn't it? Okay, which makes that mandate. Mandate, would that be mandate? Wonder how far one might go. What would be mandate though? To keep up state would be to min. Let's go through this then. Palm raised. Ace admitted to blunders. Well, blunders I think is going to be S. Something AS. No, S, something GS. But it wasn't A. Say go. Oh geez. Own goals. Yeah, own goals. Say go. Wow. I think this is probably an Ing word. Let's see. I'm kind of gonna have to check my way through the rest of it now. Oh, it isn't minimus. Okay. Musical. Was it min? No, it wasn't minmus. Okay. I thought it was a min mu c. I thought just. Didn't check it carefully enough. I'm glad it wasn't really, because doctors is MOs, isn't it? Problem in musical. Is that actually work? I don't know if it was MOs or MBs. Just check upgrade. No, it's not MOs. MBs. Apprehension as the Marines do it. Is that RM? That's minimum going across our maximum. Nope. This is just beyond me. I mean, I said it was going to be difficult, but I didn't expect it to be. Thought I might get somewhere closer. Put new handle on A5. Is that wasn't earn? I tried to earn, didn't I? Maybe after chip. Initially noted. Putting. Putting. Maybe that's a C there. I actually have got no idea what to put in on some of these clues. I've just got so little. Is that up? Did I take that out and try it? I can't remember. That was an up, at least, and that was not. What's this clue? Joint concert on the books. The concert is joint. Toot. Two. Don't think so. Exponent. A bit guessy on it, really. Means to. Is that get up? I don't think that's get up, really. But we'll try and get up. To postpone retirement. No. Put up. Sit up. Sit up, that'll be. Office work. That's attractive with time off later. Office work is temping. Temping, yeah, and tempting. Okay, oh, temping. Joint ingot. Concert. Joint, don't know. What we got here? Hideous new and expensive metal chairs. This one down here means to end abuse of power. S. Need exit. Opening Oregon, assuming to finish off there, so that's going to be ing, I suppose. Assuming is to date of exit. Do out, go out. Oh, so you go, yeah, okay, so it's a double def, isn't it? So if you go on a date, you go out, and if you exit, then you go out. Is this just an anagram of grandmama? Grandmama has 9 letters with an E in it for niece, which is enigmatic or something. And whereas grandma is. There's only A's in grandmama. Anagrammatic. Anagrammatic. Anagrammed. Is that right? Anagrammed, yeah. Wow, okay. So this means to. I'm going to have to check, see where I'm at. Okay, so there's not an ing. Oh. Expedient, that must be. Don't know why that's expedient. I think it's expedient is to. I think. See, that's. I'm going to have to try and figure out why these are what they are later. Hideous new and expensive metal chairs. No idea of this. Opening in Oregon. So it's O for Oregon, I think. Assuming is to finish off there. Don't know. Concert is a prom is don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick swig of tea. Excuse me. Hideous news suggests to me that it's N going in there, or it's an anagram of hand. I think it's probably more likely to be an N. That's nauseating. I don't know what that is. Nauseating, which is N-E-U. Nauseating. Eating. Expensive. Nauseating is hideous. New. Expensive. AU. Gold seating. AU seating. Okay. That must be a gig, mustn't it? Gigo. This one, so what we got? Opening and finishing there. Assuming to finish there. Finish off there, sorry. Oh, what have we got? Opine. Oxidative. I think I'm feeling quite tired now. Been on this almost an hour, and I need some food really. Okay. What's the word for assuming is to finish off there. I kind of think what finish off there would be really. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clues left. Let's go and have a look at these ones. See, so apprehension, as the Royal Marines do it, as the Marines do it. Alarm, Allah, RM. Yeah, okay. That's easy. Once you come back to it, boom, they are. This is Mamma Mia, I suppose. Because that is is it Mamma Mia? I don't know, Mamma Mia? Is that? Don't know. Let's see if that works. Is that the musical we're talking about? No, it's not. Problem in... Is that rum? Marumba, isn't it? I don't quite know why. MA is a doctor, is it? MB is a doctor. Rum, MA, BA, doctorates. Is that Master of the Arts and Bachelor of the Arts? Okay, doctorates. Wonder how far one might go to keep up his state is mercantile, Mordor. Okay, what have I got here? No. Putting new handle on a fine vase, maybe after chip initially noted. Okay, vase is Ming. A fine vase. Maybe after chip initially noted. Putting new handle on. Nomming. New handle's naming, isn't it? Nominating. Nominate. So naming is putting a new handle on something. So what is it? It's a fine vase is a Ming. What's the fine bit then? Or is this fine vase is a Ming? Maybe after chip initially noted. Chip is noted could be N for note initially. Chip is a nick. Nicknaming. Okay, there we go. Gosh, got there eventually. Miracle, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's probably just a miracle in there. Is that right? Let's see if I've got that corner done. Oh, marumba. Marumba? Um, marimba. Okay, I'm not convinced I understand that one now. I thought rim problem. Okay, so what have I got down here? Opening in Oregon, well that's the O. Assuming it is to finish off there. Ox could be oscillate or obviate on oscillate. I actually just can't think of a single word that will fit in here really. I really don't want to go through them all. Let's try them. Check. No. Let's do the obvious letter of the keyboard first, although most likely. Okay, Oregon. Rye. What's going on? Opening in Oregon is the O, I think, and then assuming is to. I can't see what it is. Rip or rip. Let's want to go through it. Or is. Oh, Oris. Orifice, I suppose. Opening orifice. There we go. Wow, an hour and one with lots of help on the second half of that last 15 minutes. Right, I'll go through the clues as best I can. I'm doing them on the fly and I can't get them all. So, what do we got? We've got one across is combatant. So, combatant, I think definition is one fighting. That's fair enough. If you groom something, you comb it. At is in the clue, and then a function stop. So, I think the function we're looking for is a four-letter function. ANT something, and stops is saying don't finish the word off, but I don't know what that function is. Anti. Okay. Again, here I'm not sure what's going on here. Force figure out. White floor with cloth. Well, I think if you force something, you stuff it, and to pig out is to stuff your face. Wipe the floor with a cloth. To stuff. Stuff. White floor. Can't see what's going on there. If that's a definition I'm not familiar with or not. Problem in musical involving doctor's instruments. So, I know. Oh, gosh, yeah. So, okay, in the one of the musicals, I can't remember which one it is. There's a song called "How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria?" So we've got Maria, and then we've got it involving a doctor, an MB. Doctor is the MB, which gives you the marimba. Okay, how do you? Is it? I want to say it's West Side Story, but I don't think it is. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Anyway, so that's what that clue's about. Yes. Pressurized bitter is keg beer. K for king. EG for say, and then to live is to be, and the Queen is ER, Elizabeth Regina. Fair enough. If you put a new handle, so a handle in the sense is naming something, so you nickname someone, that's putting a new handle on. A fine vase is a Ming vase. Maybe after a chip is a nick, and then initially noted is the N. None is an O, I think. In a hurry you ran, which gives you the port of Oran. I think it's up in Scotland, but I'm not sure about that. So the papers are the press. Over the cracks finally says R from over, E from the, and S from cracks gives you the RES that go in the case of process. The case of process are the P and the S. So put in RES and that gives you press. A reason is a ground, and to corner, if you corner something you hog it. If you corner the market, you're hogging the market, which gives you a groundhog, which is a type of rodent. What do we got here? We've got a sculpture is a bas relief, so that's the definition. Head of Rodin must be an R. As when is as, so we've got smuggling as R, which gives you belief. So conviction is belief with an A as for when, and head of Rodin is an R. Double date here, so if you go out on a date, if you go out, you're going out on a date, and when you exit, you go out. We've got the putting hotel on this island on reflection would be capital, so we've got the island of Iona, which is up in Scotland. Now if we were to put an H on the end of that and then reverse it, we get Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam. Hideous is nauseating. We've got N for new, and then we've got expensive metal chairs, which is AU is the gold, chemical symbol for gold, so gold seating, AU seating, nauseating. I think if you figure something out, you infer it, and a small figure would be NO for number, and that gives you an inferno, which is a blazer. Office work is temping, and something that's attractive is tempting, but take the T out of tempting to get to temping. Perennial coming together. I don't really know what that definition means. Time, I think, is it time? Time and something, wait for no man. Time and tide, wait for no man. I think that's what it is. That's the perennial coming together. I think that's the phrase. Time and tide go, wait for no man. So they're always perennially coming together. The solver historically is thy, from the setter's perspective, and from the setter's perspective, he is me. So thy and me. Right, what do we got? Means to end abuse of power, need exit. Okay, so that's just an anagram. Need exit with a P. Abuse of is telling you is an anagram, and the means to end is expedient. Okay, so the means to an end is expedient. Abuse of P for power. So an anagram of P with need exit. Right. So I think that's all the acrosses understood, apart from a bit of ants and a bit of stuff. But everything else I think understood. Good. Well, cumin is definitely a spice. Combined with meat taken from sink. Ooh, now that I don't understand. Is either something to do with mince, meat taken from sink. No, don't understand that one. Okay, got a cryptic one here. So you need a miracle. So keeping up the estate is talking about if you die, but if you died, then you won't be able to keep up the estate. But if you had a miracle, you would be able to keep going up. So I think that, and a wonder is a miracle. Miracle is a wonder, and you need a miracle to keep up the estate. I think is what that means. Rebuked is admonished, and that's an anagram of I'd nod shame. Trembling with is your anagram indicator. Apprehension is alarm, and as the Marines do it is Allah RM. Royal Marines RM. Allah RM as they do it. Well, mimicry is taking off, and to become fashionable, something takes off. Palm raised. I don't really know what that means. Sago. Palm raised. Sago. Not sure about that. Anyway, an ace is palm is sago, and then we need to raise an ace going into blunders. So blunders are own goals. OGs with an A in it gives you palm, which is sago, which I didn't know. Definition I don't know. Find is to unearth. U for uniform. Tight is near, so that's a bit near. That's tight to it. Tight, you've got a tight jumper on it. It's close to you. It's near to you. Body, and ticklish on the outside is the TH of ticklish. Dictators is saying there's a sound like of engaged in chivalrous combat. So we've got fortnight. Knights are fighting, not fought. Knights have fought, so they engaged, so they fought, and knights, which gives you a fortnight, several days. Grandmamma is an anagram of anagrammed if you include an E from yeah, excuse me, E from niece with grandmamma gives you anagrammed. So you have to read the clue carefully. That is so taken. So yeah, you anagrammed it to get to anagrammed, I think. The local is the pub. Allowed is licit, retaining S for second, which gives you the agent for promotions, which is the publicist. Primary objective is a goal. Goal. Objective. Primary objective is a goal. Involving appeal, so you've got sex appeal, which is to have it. Primary objective is goal 1, sorry. So goal 1 with it in it gives you go it alone, which is to act independently. Hospital is a SAN. Doctor's beginning is a D. And career, if you career along, you fly. And a bloodsucker is a sandfly. An opening is an orifice. Oregon is OR. Assuming to finish off there. Okay, I think Oregon is RE, OR in the state abbreviations. IFICE, assuming to finish off I'm just wondering if finish off at E is the E, which gives you IFICE. No, can't quite understand that one, sorry. Exercise, well, if you do sit-ups, then you're going to be doing sit-ups, you're exercising, and well, if you sit up, then you won't be able to go to sleep, which is what to retire means. You know, in this case, going to sleep, retirement. A joint is a gigo. I don't know what that is, or gigo. A concert is a gig on the books the Old Testament, and instructions for cutting. So you get your brief. So cut brief down to brie, which gives you a type cheese, which is, well, brie is type cheese. So there we go. 6107. Thank you to Richard Rogan for all the great puzzles he's done, even though I struggled through that and need lots of help. It's a bit difficult for me, but you know, actually, I have to say I knew all those words. You know, and one or two there. Well, I knew all those words apart from I didn't know Sago's palm. Bas relief as a sculpture I do know, but wouldn't jump to it. Marimba as an instrument, yeah. So know it all. I don't know it all, but I know. Oh, Gigo, actually, that's one I don't know. But yeah, generally that's all known, and that was gettable. So anyway, thanks to him, and rest in peace.